Hello YouTubers and welcome back to another video. Today is a slightly different video. I'm doing a custom figure review, and today we're looking at my custom of the 13th Doctor as portrayed by Jodie Whittaker. Now, when she was announced as playing the new Doctor, I always had the plan to make a custom of whoever this Doctor may be, and now I'm going to do an action figure adventure with her. There is a teaser elsewhere on my channel. At the time of making that teaser, this custom wasn't made. I started this literally as soon as she was announced. I must say, first of all, this is literally my very first custom. I tried to make some a while back, like 7 years ago, but they went horribly wrong, and I was using the wrong paints and the wrong modelling clay and all that kind of stuff. But this is the first time I'm using proper paints for the action figures, and my first time using Milliput, because I never used it before, so I had to Milliput for her hair. This costume that she's in is actually made from a piece of fan art I saw. There's a piece of fan art going around where she's in a long greeny blue coat, and that's the inspiration behind this custom. Because I was looking for the outfit and I was like, what could I have her wear? And I knew I wanted her wearing boots, and I knew I wanted her wearing a long coat. And then when I saw that fan art, I was like, it looks great on her. So yeah. But before I go into what I did to make this figure, I will just show you the original figure that I made, which didn't really work at all, and it was this one, which is basically just Rose Tyler's head on the figure of Jenny from Primeval, her torso, but then with Rose Tyler's legs. So you got the shoes instead of the high heels, and then her top, and then Rose Tyler's head. You might not be able to see it on camera, but her head is massive compared to the body. You kind of got like the big legs, then the small torso, and then the big head. But this wasn't going to work. I knew it wasn't when I was looking at the head sculpt. I was like, it's literally just Rose Tyler in a smart jacket. So I knew I had to do something else. So I was looking around for what figure I could use. There wasn't really any blonde looking figures that had the same kind of hairstyle as her, so I was like, I'm gonna have to use Milliput. But it was easier than I expected. I've never used it before, so yeah. Now this figure, it's the body of Sarah Jane from the Sarah Jane Adventures. It's the one with the long white coat. It's literally just that repainted, and the head is from Helen Cutter from the Primeval figures, and obviously with the Milliputed hair. So if we take a closer look. So the head sculpt is exactly the same. The hair was the only thing that was Milliputed. I'm not too happy with it. I think it's all right. It's just a bit too round for my liking. I could have done with pushing it in a bit more at the sides, but then you wouldn't be able to see the ears. You might not be able to on camera at the moment, but the ears are visible, and that's something that I noticed from the teaser trailer, is that you can clearly see her ears because the hair kind of goes behind her ears. So I had to leave it kind of looking rounded at the side. But when I originally did this, I sculpted it all the way down to the bottom of her neck, and then when the Milliput was drying, I looked at the photos and I was like, it only goes down to her like her jawline. So I had to get a knife and trim the bottom off, and then just kind of like re-sculpt the hair going down. But I think it looks alright. If we look at it from a different angle, I did use a pin to sculpt the lines of the hair, so we got lines going down this side, and then lines going down this side, and then you do have the hair parting there. So when I painted this, I lightly brushed brown on it first, because her hair was brown, but she dyed it blonde, I believe. So I did brown first, and then I painted over it with this blonde looking colour. And I tried to go more blonde at the back, and then have the brown seeping through more at the front here, and on the hairline, and then by the ears. It kind of works, it kind of doesn't. In person, the brown looks a bit more greeny, because it has the blonde on top. I was debating whether to use dark brown or black, and I went for dark brown, and now I'm thinking I probably should have went for black, because I'd imagine it would seep through better, instead of this, like, greeny looking colour in person. Yeah, I mean, I was chuffed with this when I first did it, because this piece of hair was literally the very first piece of milliput I'd ever done. I broke it off, I had no idea what I was doing, and then I put it on, and I was really pleased when I was, like, using the pin to do, like, the hair details. Not all of them have come through, unfortunately, because obviously when you put paint over them, it tends to lose it a bit. But before it's painted, I was pretty pleased with it. So yeah, I'm glad of how it turned out. I think the head sculpt, the actual face for Helen Cutter, is a close likeness. Maybe Helen Cutter has a bit too many wrinkles around the mouth, because Jodie Whittaker doesn't. There's not a lot I can do about that. So yeah, but the rest of the outfit, I mean, because this was Sarah Jane, her outfit is very doctory anyway, especially the long coat, which I painted a greeny blue. I think it looks really nice, I really do like it. Underneath, I was gonna sculpt a shirt, but because of the way the coat is, it would have been way too fiddly just to put a shirt under there, because I'd rather her wear a shirt under the long coat. But instead I just repainted Sarah Jane's outfit black. You probably can't see it, because it doesn't seem like something, the top that she's wearing underneath doesn't seem like something Jodie Whittaker's doctor would wear, so I thought I'll just paint it black, and you won't even be able to see it under the coat anyway. So that's what I did, and I also painted the jeans black as well, instead of the dark blue that they were. And then the boots I just left as brown, because I thought they looked great as they were. So that's what I kind of wanted. I obviously wanted the blonde hair, the greeny blue coat, the black underclothes, the black jeans, and then the brown boots. And I gave her Capaldi's sonic screwdriver, so she'll probably get a new one in the show. For the sake of this figure, that's the one I gave her. I think a classic sonic screwdriver looked really good with her. Obviously the articulation is just Sarah Jane's articulation, so... And the head can move, it can twist, and you can take it off as well. It's on there pretty tight though, like it won't come off. Sarah Jane's head was on a peg, and Helen Cutter's head was on a plug. So what I did is, when I took Jenny's head off this body, I proper stretched it, so she had a really long plug piece, which I cut off, and I stuck up Helen's neck, and it stays in there tight, so you can take it on and off, and it obviously won't fall off because it's in there quite tight as well. The head is technically removable, even though it's not on a plug. So yeah, that's it for this video really. I thought I'll show you the custom. This is the figure that I'll be using in the 13th Doctor action figure adventure, and any other animations I do. I think an official Jodie Whittaker action figure is coming, but it won't be until autumn next year. And obviously we don't know what the outfit's going to look like, so I hope she wears something like this in the show, because I think this would suit her character. I hope she doesn't wear a dress or anything. It's gonna be probably a coat or boots of some kind. I can actually imagine her in like a short brown jacket with like a black cravat and stuff. Yeah, I would like to maybe make another custom one day for this Doctor. And like I said, I can reuse the head sculpt because I can take it off. I am currently doing other customs. This is pretty much set off my custom streak, because like I said, this is the first one I've done. What other ones am I doing? I'm attempting a not Night of the Doctor, I'm attempting a Dark Eyes Paul McGann. That's going alright. It's funny because sculpting her hair was easier than sculpting the lapels and stuff on Paul McGann's jacket, which is bizarre because you would think that the hair would be harder. Yeah, so I'm doing that one. It's going kind of alright. I plan on using the head sculpt which came with the War Doctor instead of changing the original Paul McGann head. What else am I doing? I'm doing one that I don't want to say what it is because it's quite a leap from milliput in hair. This is literally the entire figure is covered with milliput. So far I've only done the torso and one leg, but it's going okay. The head sculpt's going to be a real pain. You can kind of you might be able to guess what it is. If it goes well, I'll definitely do a video on it, and if it goes horribly wrong, we'll never speak of it again. But and there's also I'm not. Should I say? No, I won't say. There is one more custom I'm planning on doing, but I reckon that not gonna say it. I was just about to say something which would have gave it away. It's not that I'm trying to be secret about all. It's just that they all might go horribly wrong, and I don't want to. I'm not even going to use them in animations. They're just for, like, personal custom projects. So, but like I said, if they go right, I'll do a review. If they go wrong, then we won't speak of them again. Back to this 13th Doctor. I'm really pleased with how it came out. I think it's a lot better than this Rose. Yeah, I'm pleased with the colours of the outfit, and I'm pleased with how the hair turned out. The hair was the main bit, because obviously the body was just a repaint. The hair was probably the most difficult part of making this custom. If you've made a custom 13th Doctor, let me know in the comments below. I'd like to see it. Yeah, so thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in another one.